Ever feel like love and freedom, they're always kind of tugging you in opposite directions?
Yeah,
That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going
absolutely.
to be unpacking this French text, and let me tell you, it gets pretty deep.
Yeah, it really dives right into the heart of it, you know? Starts with this line, Je n'ai pas vécu assez librement. I haven't lived freely enough. Hits you right away, doesn't it?
It does. And you're left wondering, what does that even mean for the author?
Mm.
What's weighing on them? What regrets are they carrying?
Right,
And
exactly.
then, bam, it's like they hit you with a truth bomb. The very next line, parce que liberté et amour s'opposent parfaitement. Because freedom and love are totally, completely opposed.
Yeah, and that's the paradox, isn't it? I mean, we think of freedom and love, both good things, desirable things, right?
Yeah.
But can you really truly have both?
That's the million-dollar question, right? It's
Well,
like, on the one hand, love's all about connection, letting someone in, maybe even sacrificing a little.
exactly. You're giving a part of yourself to another person.
Right. But then freedom, that's about being independent, doing your own thing. So how do these two things coexist?
They're a tough one. And the author actually goes on to talk about experiencing both sides of this.
Oh yeah, they say, j'ai été libre sans aimer et j'ai aimé peut-être trop librement. Being free, but not in love.
And then being in love, but maybe too freely.
Too freely, what does that even mean?
It's a really interesting phrase, right? Does it mean throwing caution to the wind, diving headfirst into love without thinking about the consequences? Or maybe it's more about holding back, afraid to fully commit.
So like self-sabotage, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And the author even uses peut-être, perhaps, so even they're not totally sure.
It's like they're looking back on their life, questioning everything. Did I give too much? Did I hold back? It's heavy stuff.
Definitely. And then just when you think it can't get any more intense,
Well, here it comes.
the author writes, boom, j'ai explosé, boom, I exploded.
Wow. Talk about a powerful image. What do you think it means, though? Did the relationship implode? Did they just completely lose themselves?
I think that's the beauty of it. It's up to us to decide.
So it's not about finding all the answers, but about asking the right questions.
Precisely. The author isn't trying to tell us how to live our lives, how to find that perfect balance.
They're just showing us a mirror.
Yeah, and letting us find our own way.
What I find really interesting is how raw and honest the author is.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not afraid to be vulnerable, to admit they don't have all the answers.
And in doing so, they give us permission to do the same, to look at our own relationships and say, hey, this is hard, this is complicated, and that's okay.
It's a good reminder. There's no magic formula for love and freedom.
Nope.
It's messy, it's a balancing act. Some days you're killing it, other days not so much.
Exactly.
But maybe that's the whole point. Maybe it's not about finding the perfect balance, but about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs.
Perfectly said.